So can I keep going with this? John already knows where I'm going to go with this. So as I've read those 1,800 grant applications over the years, the times when I would become most excited would be the times when I saw this gift in the project director or the grant writer. As a pastor, it was so obvious to me who had this particular set of experiences. So do you mind if I give an example here? I'll try to leave out names and cities. There was a chaplain, and I may cry a little bit as I tell this story. There was a chaplain at a children's hospital who found herself dealing with parents who would come a long distance to this hospital. It wasn't a primary care, it wasn't secondary, it was a tertiary care facility, and typically children did not get better who came to the hospital. So her work was helping the parents deal with what was happening at a very, very difficult, so hard to imagine time in their lives. And so she came to us with a proposal, I know you remember this one, a proposal about using Psalms to give these parents language to describe where they were spiritually. And I read this proposal, wept the first time, and I thought, number one, I want to meet her when she comes to the colloquium, and number two, she could be my pastor. You know, I would want to have a pastor with this kind of insight into who human beings are and what their spiritual needs are. Do you mind if I give one more example? A woman in ministry, a woman I think in upstate New York, her church burned. So she came to us with a grant proposal about having saved some charred wood. And I guess she saved some broken stained glass as well. But her grant proposal was about commissioning an artist from her neighborhood to fashion a cross. And from this cross, she managed to teach her congregation about resurrection. Right? There was never a doubt in her mind that this church had life beyond the fire. So to everyone else, this church looked as though it had come to the end of its life, but not in that pastor's mind. And the symbol of that new life was this charred cross refashioned it was a charred beam refashioned into a cross for that church's sanctuary.